Oh, look, another single successful businesswoman is targeted by a stalker.
What?
Also known as Good Deed and Sorority Stalker, this is Lethal Beauty. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
So it starts with this kid burning her own house down. She wants to burn her stepdad and save her mum, but her mum goes back in to save the stepdad and doesn't make it out alive. At an unspecified time later, we see this girl who's just moved to LA.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is Aya, and she's the main character.
Hi.
She's the owner of this salon where apparently everything's hilarious. But oh no, that girl who Aya bumped into earlier has been hanging around outside all day. This is Aya's best friend Lauren, and all she ever talks about is online dating.
What a slut.
She set up a profile for Aya because she's decided that Aya needs a man in her life. At the end of the day, this girl's still sat outside the salon. So Aya goes over to see if she's okay.
I'm Aya.
Taryn.
Aya's like, why have you been sat here all day? And Taryn explains that she's just flown to LA from New York to surprise her boyfriend Steve. But Steve isn't answering his phone and accidentally gave her the wrong address.
Right.
Aya feels sorry for Taryn, so invites her out for dinner. It's there Taryn explains to Aya how she met Steve. She was a concierge at a hotel in New York where Steve was a guest, and they've been doing the long-distance thing ever since.
That is an incredible story.
We're sisters. Your necklace. I'm also Omega Nu. I was in the UCLA chapter. You must have been in New York?
Taryn's like, yeah, that's right, I was at NYU. For those who don't know, Omega Nu is a sorority. And the fact that they're sorority sisters is enough for Aya to invite Taryn to stay at her house. Aya normally has a roommate, Vicky, but she's away with her boyfriend for 2 weeks, so Taryn can stay in her room.
God, I am so glad you ran into me.
Yeah, I bet you are. The next day, Aya takes Taryn to the salon. When they get there, this woman, Miss Cunningham, is kicking off at the receptionist because she can't just walk in and get an appointment.
Why don't you just bump one of your other clients?
Because that wouldn't be fair.
Life's not fair. Some of us simply rank higher than others.
So Miss Cunningham seems nice. Aya's like, no, sorry, you'll have to come back another day. And Miss Cunningham's like, right, that's it. I'm going to slag you off to all your customers, and then leaves.
That lady can't really hurt your business, can she?
I'd honestly rather lose a few clients than my integrity.
After that, Aya introduces Taryn to Lauren. Taryn thinks Lauren's weird because she says stuff like sisters before misters and does stuff like this. Later that day, we see Taryn in this car park, and oh look, it's Miss Cunningham. Hang on, what's happened here? So she's dead.
Good.
After work, Aya gets home, and Taryn spent all day preparing a meal for them to eat together.
I already have dinner plans.
That's right, Aya has a date tonight with someone Lauren met on a dating app. Taryn pretends it's fine, but when Aya goes to get ready, she starts rage chopping these vegetables. Then she grabs Aya's phone and messages the guy she's supposed to meet, saying, not coming, don't contact me again. So thinking she's been stood up, Aya's home early to eat Taryn's aggressively prepared meal. Over dinner, Taryn tells Maya how her stepdad, the one she burned alive, was an abusive drunk, and that he and her mum were accidentally killed in a house fire. She tells Aya she thinks her stepdad did it, but we all know it was her.
Well, I hope you saved room for dessert.
To save on filming locations, Lauren and Deanna are eating dinner at the salon, and they see on Lauren's phone that Miss Cunningham died in a car crash.
Karma's a bitch.
Back at home, Taryn is banging on about how happy she is with her boyfriend Steve. And Aya tells Taryn that if she can get a loan, she's looking to expand her business.
Oh my God!
The next morning when Aya leaves for work, Taryn calls Steve.
Nope.
Then she starts wearing all Aya's clothes and takes photos of her family photo album. Later, she shows up at the salon with coffee for everyone in Aya's clothes.
Odd. Very odd.
Deanna's having problems with the booking system, and Taryn offers to try to fix it because she's good at stuff like that. Lauren has decided that Taryn's a bit of a stalker, and she tells Aya to be careful. But she's like, no, Lauren, everything's fine. She just doesn't know anyone else in LA.
Oh my God! You're a lifesaver! Oh!
Oh, look, Taryn's fixed the booking system and everyone's really happy. Well, not everyone. Later that night when Deanna is leaving work. So she's dead.
Really?
Actually, she's not, but she is in hospital, and Aya and Taryn go to visit her. Deanna doesn't remember anything about the attack.
Oh, I see.
But she's not going to be able to go to work for a month, so it's agreed that Taryn will cover for her while she's recovering. Later at work, Aya's bought a gun. She tells Lauren not to tell anyone else about this, and that she'll be hiding it in this drawer. Taryn has made some changes to the scheduling system, and Lauren's like, look, Taryn, stop changing things. Aya doesn't like change, but...
I love it. You do?
Yes.
Then this guy, Eric, comes into the salon for treatments. It looks like there's some chemistry here, and Lauren is really excited, but Taryn isn't. Aya agrees to take Eric into the back for a massage. No, it's just a normal massage.
Oh.
But they really hit it off, and Taryn is livid. Then Lauren runs up to Aya and she's like, right, what happened? Did you toss him off? And she's like, no, it was just a normal massage.
Okay, then.
You are going to be the death of me, woman.
Later at home, disaster strikes for Taryn as Aya's roommate Vicky is home early. Things haven't worked out with her boyfriend, apparently, so she's going to need her room back. When she goes in there, she finds Deanna's wallet on Taryn's bed. She's like, Taryn, did you mug Deanna? And she's like, no. Vicky's like, whatever, I'm calling the police. So Taryn grabs her phone out of her hand. But Vicky's like, that's okay, I'll just turn my back on you and use the landline. So she's dead.
Yeah, right.
No, she actually is dead.
Yes.
And when Aya gets home, Taryn says nothing about it. At work the next day, Taryn catches Lauren looking at her phone. Lauren says she was just checking the time, but she was actually looking at the photo of Steve. It turns out that it's the same Steve who's matched with Lauren on a dating app, and he's been on the app for 3 months. They decide to arrange to meet Steve, but have Aya turn up and bollock him about mistreating Taryn. So here we are at the date. Back at the salon, Taryn overhears Lauren telling another staff member whose name is irrelevant all about the plan. And she's really happy because Aya's being protective, just like a big sister. And oh no, she's seen the location of the date on the work computer. Why would Aya have put that on there? No idea, but she has. Back at the date, Aya's telling Steve that she knows about his girlfriend, Taryn.
Taryn isn't here now, is she?
No.
You have no idea what kind of person Taryn is. She's not my girlfriend.
What do you mean?
She made up the entire relationship in her head.
Yes, of course. Now things are beginning to make sense.
He's like, I shagged her once when I was staying at the hotel where she worked, and since then she's been stalking me. I reported it to the hotel and they sacked her. Good. Steve tells Aya to be careful, because once Taryn's latched onto you, she never lets go. And oh no, Taryn's been outside watching. When Aya gets home, she gets a call from Vicky's boyfriend. He's like, look, 3 days ago, Vicky and I had an argument on holiday and she left. I saw she used my Uber account to get to your house, but I've not heard from her since. Meanwhile, at Steve's house...
Oh, God.
Would you like some company in that shower?
How'd you get in here?
She's like, don't worry about that, Steve. I'm here now and we can be together. And he's like, no, you were a pump and dump and now you're stalking me. I've told your friend Aya all about this too. So she pulls a gun out. So he's dead.
Really?
Really?
Back at home, Aya's trying to get hold of Vicky, but can't, obviously. Then she goes snooping through Taryn's things, and she finds a cut-out newspaper article about her mum and stepdad dying in the fire. Why would someone be carrying this around? No idea. She also finds one of her own family photos, which Taryn has photoshopped herself into. Anyway, Taryn's home now, so the snooping has to stop. Later at dinner, Aya's like, right, I spoke to Vicky today, and she's coming home in a couple of days, so you're going to need to start looking for another place to live. Obviously, Taryn knows Aya's lying, because Vicky's dead.
Obviously.
Aya also reminds Taryn that Deanna is coming back soon, so she's going to have to find a new job too. Taryn's really not happy about this, as her whole new life has been shattered. The next day at the salon, Detective Anderson is there. He's investigating Steve's murder. Aya's like, Steve's dead? And he's like, yeah, he was shot through the heart in his apartment, and it seems you were the last person to see him. Later, Aya tells Lauren that she didn't mention anything to Detective Anderson about Taryn stalking Steve.
What?
It's not relevant. Are you kidding? Of course it's relevant.
I mean, yeah, if you went into your roommate's room and found they'd photoshopped themselves into one of your family photos, that's cause for some serious concern.
That doesn't make her a murderer.
No, but it's pretty weird, isn't it?
Yep.
But it seems Aya's trying to convince herself, because after that, she goes to check that the gun is still in the drawer, and it is. Lauren is pretty certain that Taryn's full of shit, so she calls Aya's old sorority. It turns out that Taryn was never in Omega Nu. They didn't even have a chapter at NYU. Lauren calls Aya and she's like, right, you need to get this girl out of your life.
Hello? God,
I really wish you hadn't done that.
Back at home, Aya thinks, shit, I really need to find out where Vicky is. So she does a Find My Phone thing from her laptop. Oh, good, there's a signal. Hang on, it's right there. Oh, there it is. Aya tries to call Lauren to tell her what she's found, but there's no answer. Then she calls the police. Aya goes to the salon to try and find Lauren, but when she gets there, she finds her lying on the floor unconscious. Then Taryn pops out and she's like, oh, hi, so I found your gun in the drawer. I'm about to burn the salon so you can collect the insurance money and get a bigger premises. But Aya's like, no, it's okay, I've applied for a loan.
No!
Taryn's like, we need a fresh start. Aya's like, sorry, but this is mental. And Taryn's like, no, it isn't. We're going to blame everything on Lauren. Then when we get the insurance money, we can go into business together.
Think about it. With your salon experience and my clerical skills.
Excuse me?
I mean, I suppose people with clerical skills are pretty hard to come by.
Not really.
Taryn's like, don't worry about the insurance company. I know what I'm doing. I burned my mum's house to kill my stepdad.
Here's to our fresh start.
Then there's this fight. Well, looks like that's it for Aya. Oh, good, it's Lauren. She's alive, yeah. But when the police get there, Taryn has escaped. The next day, Deanna's back at work. Lauren has a small band-aid on her head, and Aya gets a letter telling her the loan application has been approved. Then when Aya gets home, she's found some flowers at her door. Ooh, they're from Eric. Remember Eric? Yeah, probably not, but anyway, they're from Eric. And they're going on a date. Cut to Taryn, who's on a bench in some other town, thinking about the time she accidentally killed her mum. And oh, look, she's found someone else to latch onto. And that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. And please consider joining my Patreon. There's a link in the description. Thank you.